Welcome back. You're watching Nation Tonight. Well, merely 10 days before the country votes in a general election, Pakistan has convicted one of its prime ministers yet again. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been sentenced to 10 years in jail in the controversial Cypher case. Imran, remember, is in jail as we speak in another case. A Pakistani court today found Imran Khan guilty of violating the nation's Official Secrets Act by making a diplomatic cable public when he was in power. Imran's former foreign minister, Shah Qureshi, has also been convicted for 10 years in the same case. This case pertains to allegations that the duo had shared contents of a secret cable sent by the country's envoy in Washington to Islamabad. Imran has all along claimed that the cable is a proof of an American conspiracy to push the Pakistani military to oust him. Imran Khan's party, PTI, meanwhile said it would challenge this decision. But what's the matter all about? Largely, the document at the center of this controversy contained an account of a meeting, allegedly, that took place on the 7th of March in 2022 between U.S. State Department officials, including Assistant Secretary of State for the Bureau of South and Central Asian Affairs, Donald Lu, and the then Pakistani ambassador to the U.S., Asad Majid Khan. In this meeting, American officials allegedly expressed their displeasure regarding Imran's neutrality on the Russian attack on Ukraine. Imran, remember, was in Moscow on the 24th of February when President Vladimir Putin had announced what he called the military offensive against Ukraine. Asad Majid is said to have sent the details of this meeting to Islamabad through a cable labeled secret. Just a day after the meeting on the 8th of March, Imran's political rivals in the parliament moved a no-confidence vote. More than a month later, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chief was ousted from office after the vote succeeded. Now, the US State Department has on multiple occasions denied that its officials encouraged their Pakistani counterparts to oust Imran. However, in August 2023, American news organization The Intercept reproduced a section of the document. The outlet said it received the document from a source in Pakistani military. So this largely has been the case. There is no official confirmation of anything. But in a country that has seen prime minister after prime minister go in and out of jail, what does it mean for a rather popular Imran Khan to remain in custody as the election approaches? Let's get more perspective on this on the broadcast. I'm joined by Abid Abbasi, senior journalist. He's joining us from Pakistan. And Suresh Goel, former ambassador, is also joining us. Good evening to both of you. Thank you very much for speaking with us on Mirror Now. Abid Abbasi, I'd like to start with you. What's the general sense in Pakistan today as Imran Khan remains in jail? But of course, in this case, he's again been convicted for 10 years. This is not the first prime minister who's been convicted in a case, who remains in jail in your country. But what's really the general sense for a popular Imran Khan, for the poster boy, to now be in jail for one case after the other?
Thank you so much. This stuff really all about these things we are just discussing about that. In Pakistan, it is not the first prime minister who is convicted by this, like these type of things. But just I want to tell you about the public sentiment over there. Definitely, he's the former prime minister, and he was the leading one of the popular party. He is also the popular leader in Pakistan. But the case is very, you can say like that, कि बहुत पेचीदा नोयत का जिसमें nationally and internationally जो चीजें थी उसने काफी मुतासर किया पाकिस्तान की पॉलिटिक्स के अंदर, और इस जो कन्वेक्शन है, ये जो सजा है, इसके नतीजे में पाकिस्तान के अंदर जो सियासत है उस पर काफी असरात मरतब होंगे. और चूंकि इलेक्शन बहुत करीब है, आफ्टर अ वीक इलेक्शन होने जा रहा है, और इस इलेक्शन में सबसे बड़ा इशू यही है कि पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ जो एक इंतखाबी अमल में इंतखाबी निशान से बाहर हो गई है. दूसरी जानब एक इशू हमारे यहाँ माजी में भी रहा और इस वक्त भी है कि जो पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन है उस पे किसी न किसी लिहाज से एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी निशाने पे रही। माजी में हमने 2018 पे नून लीग का देखा, उससे जो है वो कम्युनिस्ट पीपल्स पार्टी को देखा। अब की बार पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ है और एक बड़ी जो पब्लिक है वो ये चाहती है कि वो अपने वोट का इस्तेमाल करे, लेकिन सिचुएशन ऐसी बनती जा रही है कि जिसमें अभी इमरान खान चूंकि नहीं है बजाते खुद और फिर वो पार्टी के सुप्रीम हेड तो है, लेकिन जो चेयरमैनशिप है उनके पास नहीं है, तो उससे भी काफी सूरत हाल मुतासर हो रही है। तो इस सजा से हम ये जरूर कह सकते हैं कल उनको शायद आसानी हो जाए, लेकिन 2024 का जो इलेक्शन है उस में काफी उनकी पार्टी मुतासर हुई है। पब्लिक उनके साथ होने के बावजूद भी जिस तरह के हालात से गुजर रही है, शायद उनकी पार्टी को वो सपोर्ट नहीं मिल पाएगी असेंबली में पहुंचने में या असेंबली में जाने में। दूसरा एक इम्पॉर्टेंट बात यह है कि अब कल यानी आप अगर थोड़ा सा गौर कीजिए, मैं आपको साथ ये भी बताता हूँ कि यानी टुमारो एक और केस है जो तोशा खाना रेफरेंस है, उसकी भी हियरिंग हो रही है और आज भी हियरिंग हो रही थी और कल भी उसकी हियरिंग होनी है। उसमें उनकी मिसेस भी उसके अंदर उनको भी चार्ज किया गया है, तो ये खदशा एक और मौजूद है कि दूसरी सजा भी हो सकती है।
अच्छा, ठीक है। Ambassador Suresh Goel, we just heard Abid say that despite being, and we've all seen that, over the years, we've all seen that despite being a popular prime minister, the poster boy of the Pakistani military, the blue-eyed boy, as he was called, clearly he had lost that favor long back. He remains in jail, but now, of course, the timing of this verdict, the general elections are just round the corner, 10 days. And Pakistan is yet again seeing another former prime minister being convicted in another case. That tussle between the military and the leadership continues while the citizens of Pakistan suffer.
Shreya, where is that tussle? And what is the issue here? I mean, frankly, I fail to understand why do we keep on having this drama of elections in Pakistan? Eventually, if the elections are going to be held at the behest of the army, who want to choose who should be in the government, then what's the point of the elections, really speaking? Fact is that Imran Khan became unpopular or unwanted by the army the moment he began to actually take on army in a kind of a confrontation. Cypher, telegram, and all those things. I think this is only the instrument. This is only a facade, really. They've used, but the fact is that Imran Khan became unwanted by the army the day he began to actually question their authority. Nawaz Sharif, who had been actually imprisoned by the army and who was actually sent out to the army, finally, he managed to come back only at the behest of the army. So if the elections are going to be conducted at the mercy of the army, by the army, and they are going to decide who should stay in the elections, who should not stay in the elections, why are we continuing with this facade of the elections? I really fail to understand. It will be much better if the army were to actually decide and announce in one go that so and so will be the prime minister, and that's it. Go along with that. And
अभी तो
as far
बस
as
आप
India is
रिस्पॉन्ड करना
concerned,
चाहेंगे क्योंकि साल ब साल हम यही देखते हैं कि पाकिस्तानी मिलिट्री जो है उसका कंट्रोल है। जब डिसाइड भी वही कर रहे हैं, जब ये भी डिसाइड वो कर रहे हैं कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनेगा कौन, ये भी वो डिसाइड कर रहे हैं कि कौन सा प्राइम मिनिस्टर जेल में जाएगा, तो फिर इस जनरल इलेक्शंस की क्या जरूरत है जो 10 दिन में पाकिस्तान देखेगी? इज इट just a facade that Pakistan wants to put up, or then just give the complete rule to the Pakistani military?
देखिए, जो पॉलिटिकल सेटअप होता है उसके अंदर एक ही रास्ता होता है कि जिसमें लोगों के वोट के जरिए آپ پارلیمان میں پہنچتے ہیں اور پبلک کی جو سپورٹ کسی کو بھی حاصل جب ہوتی ہے تو وہ حکومت بناتا ہے. اب اس سارے سنیریو کے اندر جو اس عرصے کے اندر رہا، اور آپ کو کوئی بھی کنٹری ہو، یہ بات صرف اس ریجن کی نہیں ہے، آل اوور ورلڈ ہم جب دیکھتے ہیں تو اگر جو جمہوریت پسند یا جمہوری جو کنٹریز ہیں جہاں پر جمہوری حکومت ہوتی ہے وہاں پہ الیکشن ہوتے ہیں. اور الیکشن تو ابھی وقت کی ضرورت کے مطابق ملک کے اندر یعنی پاکستان میں الیکشن کی اشد ضرورت ہے تاکہ نئی گورنمنٹ آئے، وہ جو سچویشن ہے اس میں اپنے فیصلے کرے اور اس کے نتیجے میں وہ رن کرے، گورنمنٹ رن کرے اور کنٹری رن کرے. دوسری سچویشن یہ جو ہے، یہ ہمیشہ یہ کوئی نئی بات نہیں ہے کہ جو پالیسی ساز ادارے ہیں ان کا ان پٹ نہ رہا ہو کنٹری کی سیاست کے اندر یا کنٹری کی جو گورنمنٹ بنانے کے اندر، لیکن دیکھنا صرف یہ پڑتا ہے کہ وہ ایلیمنٹ جو پبلک کے ووٹ کے ذریعے پارلیمان تک پہنچتا ہے اس پر کتنا اثر انداز ہوتا ہے، یا پبلک کا جو جمہوری انداز ہے اس کو کتنا متاثر کرتا ہے. ہمارا یہ ماننا ہے کہ جو ووٹ ہے وہ بڑی طاقت ہے اور اس طاقت کے ذریعے جو لوگ حکومت بناتے
عابد
ہیں یا
عباسی، پر وہ
اکثریت
ووٹ کی
حاصل
رسپیکٹ
کرتے ہیں.
نہیں ہے نا. آپ کہہ رہے ہیں اگر وہ ووٹ پارلیمنٹ تک پہنچا بھی دیں تب بھی اگر پیچھے دیکھیں تو آپ کے پرائم منسٹر آفٹر پرائم منسٹر جیل میں گئے ہیں. ذوالفقار بھٹو، بے نظیر بھٹو، نواز شریف، شاہد خاقان عباسی، عمران خان، شہباز شریف جو ابھی کرنٹ پرائم منسٹر ہیں وہ بھی پہلے جیل میں تھے کچھ ٹائم. تو وہ جو پاپولر مینڈیٹ کی آپ بات کر رہے ہیں وہ کہاں رسپیکٹ کیا جاتا ہے؟
دیکھیے اس میں میں اس میں ضرور یہ کہوں گا کہ جو سیاسی جماعتیں ہیں وہ جب حکومت میں ہوتی ہیں تو شاید کوئی ایسے فیصلے ان سے ضرور ہوتے ہیں کہ جس کے نتیجے میں حکومت سے اترنے کے بعد ان کو اس طرح کے مسائل کا سامنا کرنا پڑتا. لیکن میں اس معاملے میں بڑا کلیئر ہوں کہ جو سیاسی فیصلے ہیں وہ لوگوں کی جو مرضی ہوتی ہے اس کے شاید بعض اوقات اگینسٹ بھی ہوتے ہیں، اور پبلک یہ چاہتی ہے کہ جو ان کا پاپولر لیڈر یا پاپولر جو گورنمنٹ ہے وہ جب رن کرے تو وہ شفاف اور طرح کی مداخلت ہے وہ نہیں ہو. لیکن ہم نے عمومی طور پر یہ دیکھا ضرور ہے کہ ایسی صورتحال پیدا ہوئی ہے ملک کے اندر کہ جس کے ذریعے حکومتوں کی جو پالیسی ہے.
Okay, there seems to be a network issue with Abid Abbasi's connection. While we fix that, let me go to Ambassador Suresh Goel. Ambassador Goel, let's talk about the general elections here that are slated to be held on the 8th of February in Pakistan. There are, there's the Bhutto Zardari family, the father and the son duo. There's the Sharif family, which is also contesting these elections, apart from other new players as well. Nawaz Sharif is there, Shehbaz Sharif is there, Maryam Sharif is contesting the elections for the first time. How do you see this really playing out? Which way do you think the public might go? And how should India be really looking at this? Because obviously whatever happens in Pakistan does impact us as well.
Absolutely. See, as far as the elections are concerned, I think it's a foregone conclusion that Nawaz Sharif, his party, is going to come back with a majority, comfortable majority, so that Nawaz Sharif becomes the prime minister in the month of February or March, whenever they decide to elect the prime minister and after the elections. So that is a foregone conclusion. It's also a foregone conclusion that Imran Khan will spend quite a long time behind the bar, and probably his own party also could get disqualified from the elections, making sure that Nawaz Sharif's party comes back after the election. The point really here is, after this what? Eventually, whoever is the prime minister will continue as a prime minister till he is comfortable or till the army is comfortable with him. So ultimately, we know that the government is going to be run by the army, whether it is foreign policy or economic policies, whatever it is. China also is quite comfortable because they also need security for their own projects in Pakistan. They have loaned more than $40 billion to Pakistan, and the money can come back only if there is some kind of a governance stability there. Therefore, I think internationally also, most of the countries who have loaned money to Pakistan will be quite happy if the army is exercising the power, whether directly or from behind the curtain. As far as India is concerned, the problem is that whoever comes the prime minister, army has got this kind of a thing on the shoulders that India is the permanent enemy. If India is the permanent enemy, they will use all kinds of instruments to keep creating problems in India. Therefore, we need to make sure, or we need to at least see if we have somebody there at the helm of affairs who we can talk to. And from that point of view, Nawaz Sharif is a good bet. He has been close to India before. We have talked to him before.
Okay.
Only if we can be sure that he will be able to exercise some kind of a decision making, even in the face of the army wanting otherwise.
Okay.
Now that's a big if. So we have to wait and see.
Okay.
But I think Nawaz Sharif
Yeah.
will be a good bet because he knows India and we know him very well.
Okay. Okay, we'll have to see how that pans out. I'll have to wrap it up here. Ambassador Suresh Goel and Abida BC, thank you very much to both of you for joining us tonight and sharing your perspective on this domestic challenge after challenge that Imran Khan faces, and of course the general elections that Pakistan will witness on the 8th of February. Moving on, Indian